All right, programming challenge. This is a good one. It's good because it not only exercises the kids' skills with the actual methods that we use, but it's also actually going to require a little bit of problem solving. And so I think it's a really good idea to walk through this and know what you're going to expect. And I'm going to actually show you 3 different solutions that no matter what your kids come up with, I'd love it if you would walk them through each of them. The first thing to know, and because some of your kids, they're all going to push you on this, and hopefully this will be changed by the time you get there because I reported it. This isn't full Pig Latin, this is a reduced set Pig Latin, because Pig Latin actually has 2 rules, one if it starts with a consonant, one if it starts with a vowel. We can't do that other one until we get to if statements, so we're only doing the one with a consonant. So that's where you take the first letter, put it at the end, and add AY. So pig becomes igpay. Here we go. First solution. Probably should have let you look at that entire line. It's really, all of it is just on the only thing I did was add pig on line 5, and then I added all of the stuff on line 8. So the key point of this is we need to get the last part of the word that doesn't include the first character. So here, I've got pig, drawn up there, and I've got its indexes above each of it, 0, 1, and 2. I encourage you, make the kids draw this out for every word that they try. And so I'm like, oh, if I want just the ig, because it's igpay, then I want the substring that starts at 1, index 1, and goes up to but doesn't include index 3. And that'll be like kind of crazy. Like, why do they do that? We're going to see that in a minute. This is why I want you to go through these 3 options with them. But it's 1 up through 2, because 3 minus 1 is 2. So up to but not including 3. And that's one of the things that was just said that students tend to get wrong. By the way, then there's the concatenation, then there's word substring 0, 1. So that's 0 up to but not including index 1. So just 0. And then plus quote AY, quote. So 3 parts to putting this together. All of the word except for the first character, and A. And there's my output, so we got that right. So again, the key thing to bring up with the kids here is that we have 2 parameters, the from parameter and the to parameter. And the ending parameter is ending at the character before the to index. Again, it's a hard thing to wrap your head around, so it's important to really point that out. The other teacher tip, when you're preparing these kind of materials, always use Courier New, because Courier New is a font that is the exact same width for every character, no matter whether it's a thin character like an I or a fat character like a G. If you use Arial or any of your other faves, those are adaptable and because they read nicer. We always use Courier New for code because that way it lines up. Okay, so here's a question for you. So you can walk through that with your students. This is not good code. Why isn't it? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Oh, let me give you a hint. Has to do with that. Another hint. Here's the hint. I changed my word. I didn't make it pig. It's longer, so it should be ongerlay, onger, L-A-Y. But when I run the code, I get onlay. Huh. What? All right, here we go. This is the better solution. The solution I wrote before, from substring from 1 to 3, would always get characters at index 1 and 2. That's it. It only worked for strings of length 3. The better solution, and works for any length of string, in fact, this would be the only, I think this would be the only one likely accepted, like on a free response kind of thing, is you want it to go up from substring from 1 up to the word length, but not including it. So let's do another example. You want to spell out for the kids the word longer, put the index above each. So we want to go from index 1 up through and including 5, but that's not the way substring works. So we want to go up to but not including 6. And word.length is 6, because count L-O-N-G-E-R. There are 6 characters, so length is the actual number of characters, not the index. And so we go 1 up to but not including 6. That's going to give us 0 through 5. And maybe that's one of those crazy reasons that they have it up to but not including. So you can just do the word.length, not like word.length minus 1 if you've been in other languages. All right, but there's another answer, and maybe useful for your kids to know about it. Nominally it's included in what we need to know. If you use substring, and this is the wording used in Runestone, or CS Awesome, excuse me, if the to index is not specified, it contains from this index 1 up through the rest of the string. So it'll give you everything to the end. So you don't actually have to worry about indexing at the end. But I think it's good for kids to practice that so they can do it if they need to.